So yeah, I had 16 production hives and I added five more that's behind my barn. And I made splits back on my notes. I grafted, I think April 3rd or 4th. It was right after Fool's Day. And I had on my notes that when I checked it, I had a mated queen on the 27th of April. And I think it was just a three-frame split, two frames and a shake of bees, not real big splits. And between those five hives, I got four box, three, almost three 5-gallon buckets, so 160 pounds of honey, or 50 pounds, close. No, I got, yeah, almost three buckets, so not bad. And almost all of it was a 100% summer honey. It had a lot of clover taste in it. Um, going on. So I have to get my camera straightened out too. So yeah, Bill, it was. I was kind of surprised I got that much honey. Plus, I put a super on each one of them that none of it had wax comb, so all of it was old or new medium frame, super frames, and two of them got over, I'd say 7, 8 frames with comb on it. One of them didn't get touched, and one of them they touched all 10 frames, but they didn't put comb on any of them. So that's a little bonus too, getting some frames with some wax comb frames on it, supers for next year. So I'd say I got about 50%. So I still got to go through my two monster horizontal hives. I'm doing that tomorrow morning. And the first monster hive has three hives in it, and they were splits. Um, my second, those were probably middle of May splits. My second, well, I only did one graft, so all those were swarms. Um, where I took the queen and another frame that they had put food on, like 2 days later after I put the swarms in a 10-frame box and made splits out of them, and took the rest of the bees and shook them in my production hives. So those three hives are from swarms, two frames with a existing swarm queen. And then my
I
other
don't know how to
four
do it.
hives were big ones. Yeah, that's your spring and summer.
No, it is not, and it's not doing it justice. So I'm going to move it around a little bit. This is Watertown, Minnesota. These are the labels that I made up. So it has
Okay.
that's the labels I have, and it for me it'll be like the little bee on the top is I think it's Ames from Minnesota, and then this is Bruce's.
Okay.
Very different, but both wonderful. Great reviews today for those two. But I just wanted to show you that. Man, I'll tell you, that honey from Minnesota is out of this world. It's the second one I got from Minnesota. I had gotten a couple years ago. And the honey is the floral bouquet is like roses. It tastes like roses smell. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it was unbelievable. So anyway, what were you saying? Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was just saying I still on my second horizontal hive has two big swarms in it and then a smaller swarm in it that I caught this year. So I'm expecting honey out of at least two of those hives, probably a
Still,
deep out of each one of them. Because if I remember
still
right,
more.
they're both 9 to 10 frame swarms. That's right. 29 came from my place, one of my VHS queen swarms. And it was a big swarm. It was a big hive. So I, that should have some honey in it. So I'm pulling that tomorrow.
So if DC goes to, I always call it the Expo. I think Navi's just, I know Cayman
Now
hates
the
Navi,
expo.
but if the DC comes to the Expo, he better have a keyboard on a chain. Otherwise, I won't know who he is. Right,
Yeah.
DC? You need to come with a keyboard. You better have a keyboard on your chest. So then we know. No name tag, just a keyboard. That's all you need,
That
brother.
would be Dave, that would be awesome that if you could make it to the expo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
hope.
would be,
I hope some of those regular, like there's some regulars that we know we see every year, but some of the new ones, oh man, it'd be great. Like I hope, like Peabody's on the East Coast, Bracken, like some of these,
Grafting, yeah. I
like
recognize them.
yeah, that'd be nice.
It was
DC, you just
Grafting's
do it.
birthday.
It's $1,500. It's going to cost you $1,500 for airfare. Well, I don't know if you're driving. If you're driving, it's expensive too because you got to stay.
I
uh,
think
and then
that's
you
a heck of
forget.
a drive to DC. That's three
Yeah,
days
I
of
don't know. I
driving.
wouldn't do that. The fatigue is not worth it. The fatigue is just
I
not
mean,
worth it.
you could do it in two, but you're going to be driving 18 hours each day.
Yeah. And then you're not in any shape to be. I used to drive. I drove when it was in Tennessee, and it was 10 hours. And that I got down there and I was all wigged out, the first couple days, and then turn around to 10 hours again back. Oh, not fun.
I would think Dave to the expo would be 32, 36 hours because he's
Hey,
clear
Keith.
on the West Coast. He's in the Northwest Coast.
Yeah, DC, are you flying?
And it's
Can't be that.
wintertime.
It's going to be probably, probably gets to the point where it's more expensive to drive than it is to fly. But I don't know that.
Well, in
3 day drive. That's a
January,
six.
he would have
Yeah,
to
that's a
take the
6 day.
he would have to take the northern route, and that would be no chance. I mean, that would be very risky if that's even passable.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, 3 day drive. That's what I figured,
Yeah, but
DC.
that's one way. That's one way.
Yeah.
Right? So you stop overnight, you got to pay hotel. The problem driving is time of year. Yeah,
Hey, my
right.
brother,
Just fly, DC. Just fly 3 hours. You're there, man. It's simple. It's easy. But
my
anyway,
brother,
might I
my brother
digress?
lives, just outside of where I live in Harrison, Ohio, and he drives to LA. I don't know, half dozen times a year because his daughter lives there. She's in the opera, and he drives it 3 days. In
Ugh,
the
no
summer
way.
times, he takes the northern route. In the winter time, he takes the southern route.
I guess if you establish your stopping areas and people to visit and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. The 10 hours for me, and that was you don't stop for 10 hours. You can push yourself through that, but it's no fun then. But anyway, back to beekeeping. Hi, Keith. I saw Spillman was in.
Yeah,
So,
I Pete
um,
and Mike said,
so I really would love to get, if anybody has any contacts, the Canadian guys, um, to ask them to come on. I really want to talk to one of the Canadian guys about plugging out the frames. Like, because I'm gonna do a different type of feeding. I'm gonna do Pro Sweet, and one year I did cook up invert sugar in my kitchen, and it was just way too scary. I'm not doing that again. So I'm gonna buy, and really the cost compared to making the sugar and buying sugar now. When I first started beekeeping, a 25-pound bag of sugar was $13. It is now $20. So I had to reevaluate that and redo the math a little bit. And uh, the price I got on ProSuite isn't that much different than what. So it would be 2 bags of 25 pounds, it's $40. So if I can get ProSuite for $45, already in the bucket, already done. I don't have to go to Walmart. I don't have to lug 25 pounds. I don't have to pick up the 25 pounds, mix it in. So for me, a $45 5-gallon jug of Pro Sweet is better.
You know, how are you getting it, Nancy? You picking it up or what?
Yeah. I buy it from a supply house here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they're going to give me free shipping, one or the other. Well, no, you can't. You have to break the molecules for invert sugar, DC.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
risky.
I don't think you can't break the molecules to invert sugar without heat.
Yeah, you got to heat it up to 234 to 240 degrees
Two
to
two
invert it.
forty, so it breaks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it breaks, and you have to stir it the whole entire time. And it's a rolling boil. Like you can't let
yeah.
that. You can't just stop. Or it
And
won't. You know,
you
when
got
I say in, yeah.
and you got to hold it for about 20 minutes without getting any hotter. Yeah,
Right, and you have to stir it the whole entire time. You cannot walk away from it or you're gonna boil over. Like you have to constantly stir it. Like it's a mess. And I don't have any place to do it other than my kitchen. So I don't have an outdoor kitchen and I did it once and I won't do it again.
I can answer Gary's question. I have a 19-gallon honey tank, so I can fit basically three 5-gallon buckets in. And I just dump my buckets in and I blend them. But this year, since I pulled in 4th of July and then I pulled just now, there is a taste difference and it is darker now. But so my first batch will be a little bit lighter than my second batch when I'm bottling it, but not much. I don't separate it, and we don't get a fall. And since 2018, we haven't gotten a fall flow, except
Yeah,
for maybe
right.
this this year. I'm expecting there's a really good chance we're going to get a fall flow this year because we got 3 days
Yeah.
no rain, but it's supposed to get rainy again. That's going to get me rain into August. If I can get rain just 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks at most, um, I'll have a fall flow. Goldenrod and esters will be booming.
So what I do is when I pull my honey, I harvest it, I put the supers back on, and then I pull them again. And every time I pull them and every time I harvest, it gets darker and darker. So the first ones
Yeah,
are always light, and then the next pool is darker, the third pool is darker, but I don't get a fall flow. I usually extract like three or four times, and each time can be, I don't know, couple 100 pounds. I used to get about 12. Up until this year, I got about 1,400 pounds a year. This year, not so much. And yes, we are making rock candy. That's actually almost where you're going with that invert sugar is rock candy. You're correct.
yeah. They're just heating it up hotter than 240 to turn it into rock. That's what happens if you get above 240. So you want between 234 and 240 so it doesn't get into a rock candy.
Yeah,
And yeah,
you're heading there though, but you had the right idea. And then there was another question in here I saw. Can you, folks, put your questions in all caps? So as it starts to move and I want to go back and find it.
I'm making fun it this year. Matt
I
shared
can
his
find
recipe
it.
with
No,
me.
I find it. I was talking about I can find the if you put it in all caps. Oh, here you go. Here's Stu. My fall honey is almost black and thick as are you getting fall honey already? Or
Probably last
oh, well,
year.
maybe not this year. Sorry. So, oh yeah. That's ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that stuff
Yeah.
at all. Thank God I don't get it. Black
Uh,
and thick as can be.
and
Yeah, your
after I
moisture content.
all the honey the bees get now, they get to keep for winter time. So I don't really pull much fall honey. Plus, I'm gonna probably start feeding them soon, but I might not feed them this year. See, that's a double-edged sword. I'm almost sure we're gonna get a fall flow. I might just hold off to 2 more weeks till we get into the like the 10th of August, and I can look at the 15-day forecast, and if they're showing rain, then I won't feed. They show it dry, like typical. Um, I'll start feeding them. Yeah, this month we're probably number one again. I haven't heard anybody say yet, but we usually get. I just saw it in the news: 2.6 inches of rain, and we're already up like to 8 inches of rain. So we're already like 4 times over the normal rain this year for this month. It's
Well,
crazy.
so I was saying about plugging out. So I'm wondering how they forced all of that those bees to they overwinter on solid honey. There's no brood in those colonies anymore. It's solid honey. How do you push them to that? So if anybody knows any of those Canadian guys, I think I have some. I think I could find one or two of them to come
Well,
on. But
first,
I'm
that's what I do, Nancy, when I plug them out. So I push the queen, I make sure the queen's down the bottom box, like in later, like I would say about the end of August, September,
mhm.
but still decent weather. I'll make sure she's down in there, and then I'll put at least four to six frames of honey, even if any side ones. I'll put over the top of the brood box. That way, she will not go up. And then you'll start backfilling the
Oh,
sides of each box, the top box and the second box with honey. So I move the honey above the queen, and it takes about five
well,
frames.
yeah, I do a deep and a medium, and so I just couldn't get them to store last year. I just couldn't get them to store enough. But I'm just so that's why I'm kind of going to try this Pro Suite to see if they'll store more of it um than they have in the past, and just to see if I can plug them out a little more, get them to hold some of
Yeah.
that. Hi, Tim and Hannah.
Hey,
Wow, nice to
Ted,
see you
hey,
on Tuesday.
and Hannah.
Um, yeah, so we don't ever go completely broodless here. Like that's not really what happens. We always have some sort of brood, but I'd really like to see if I can plug them out more and more.
Well, I know if I wait till like September, there'll only be 3 frames of brood at the most, 3 frames.
What
So
did you say? When? When?
September,
Oh, okay.
and then I run two double deep, so it's easy for me to take the outside frames of the bottom box that's typically honey and move that up above her with any honey that's up there. And basically, she stays down in those 3 frames, and then they backfill the sides up.
So the other thing I was wondering about with plugging them out like they do in Canada, there's also an element that they do that I cannot do, and that's indoor storage. So I'm
Yeah,
just curious about plugging them out like that, and if the reason they can do that or do that is because it's indoor storage. So
I
that was
think
the
it's
other
because
question I had
I think Nancy, a
about.
lot of it because of storage. They keep that right at nominal, perfect temperature and perfect humidity,
Yep, yep.
so they don't need to eat too much.
So I was curious about if that's part of, if when our temperature is not regulated, they pull the feed down, they consume, like it ebbs, it's kind of like a wavy line. They
Yeah.
brood, they backfill, they brood, they backfill. So we're always, so I don't know if I can even do that here, but hey,
Well,
Russell.
if you had your hive at 43 degrees and 50% humidity all the time, they wouldn't be eating, they would hardly be eating anything because they only need to warm themselves up a little bit.
Hey, Dodd. Dodd
And
House is in.
that's
So
what
yeah,
England
so
does.
I would like to, I don't know if the Canadian guys, um, if they're super busy, I think right now because they're wrapping up their, well, they're extracting to wrap up their season. So we will when they're done up there, we will be getting into our fall down here. Well, I'm northern than some folks, but so I don't know. I just like to talk a little bit more about that, but with the Canadian guy, somebody that's up top. I don't know if Minnesota Mike does that sort of thing or has some comment on that since he's way up, if you're way up north.
Right. And this year, I'm
Yeah.
planning, one of my goals this year is two deeps and a medium super that I'm going to have them plugged up with. So I don't have to put any sugar bricks on them, and I'll just put fondant on them like in late January, early February.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
do.
game plan.
I always do Hive Alive fondant because it's going to clean them out. It's going to so fall when the fall honey also is very ashy and attributes to binding up the gut. So um, any fall honey, anything they bring in, goldenrod, asters, and things like that is a little harsh on them. So if they do pull any of that in, I don't harvest it, but I'm sure to feed them with Hive Alive in the spring so that they're
Right,
able to clean. And since I've been using Hive Alive, like we talk about, oh, I don't see a difference. But it's what I'm not seeing with Hive Alive. I'm not seeing gut issues. I'm not seeing, dysentery or nosema. Technically, I guess
let's
you
see
don't
on
really
that.
see
Right,
nosema. It's, but that, I mean, my colonies are clean by the time they start flight because or fly, real spring cleansing flights because I have already fed them Hive Alive fondant, which they got 2 packs last year. They went through 2 packs. And then I also do a very thin syrup with Hive Alive in it in the spring. So when they do start flying, they're able to really clean themselves out. So with Hive Alive, sometimes it's what you're not seeing that is important too.
right. Okay.
Uh, so anyway, what else was I thinking? Was thinking something about with Keith Spillman's setup. Was thinking about, oh, I got run out of the yard yesterday. I don't know if I told you about that. I had this one
No,
colony and then my mentee was in, so we're both working colonies next to each other. And it was the colony I was in, got feisty fast, man. We were running. They were chasing us. So
wow.
and then they chased us again after so then I did a big circle and then came back, ducked in, got my smoker, and just started smoking the crap out of everything. And I was able to get them built back up, lid on. So I don't know what's wrong with that colony. There's something wrong. They're either queenless or hungry.
Yeah, it sounds like they might be queenless. Hey,
Yep.
Kimberly and Clay. So they're here.
Kimberly, was it just, oh, what's Kimberly saying? What did she say?
She just said hi, right? Well, she make a comment? I don't think she
I don't
is.
know. It wasn't in caps. It wasn't in all caps, so I didn't catch it. But
No,
um anyway, yeah, so I don't know what's I hope they're not queenless because I don't have I don't have extra queens this year. I'm not sure there's
well, guess what I'm doing tomorrow, Nancy? I'm grafting one more
what
time. I'm
what
grafting.
huh?
I'm doing about 10 or 12 cells graft tomorrow. I sold a couple of my queens because every year, this time of year, the new beekeepers don't have a queen. They kill their queen or something happens. So I have to replace a couple of my queens by my nukes that I sold. So a little graft. You're my last one for sure.
Oh, grafting.
You know,
I didn't hear what you said.
yeah,
Little dog
I'm
needed
doing
to go
10 or
out.
12 cells graft. I keep getting calls. People say, "Tom, you got queen? You got a queen?" Well, I got queens, but then I don't have queens. So I sold a queen.
Well, the what I'm looking for is we know when the queen shut down up here when we're getting calls for queens. You know, when people start calling, I need a queen, or Facebook, you know, they're coming on, I need a queen, I can't find my queen. And it's all the
Right.
rookies that the queens, when they shut down, they want to, you know, they can't find her because she could be a virgin queen, but, or they're not laying, so they think they don't have eggs and they can't find the queen. So that hasn't started yet, but usually that's an indicator that the queens are shutting down.
Well, I'm going to have some virgin queens here in a couple of weeks, early August. If I graft tomorrow, they should be emerging out around August 2nd.
Yeah, Darren, that's
Or,
correct. Normally
yep.
having queens sitting in 5 frames. Banked queens, I think, is a term they use in grafting, right? I always thought
You
banked
can,
queens meant you had bangs sitting in like a 5 frame waiting to be used, but I don't know, I might be getting that mixed up. But yeah, I didn't get my
well,
splits. I couldn't get splits done this year.
you, you can take your queens, your mated queens, and put a queen excluder, and then put the queens up on above the queen excluder, and put the lid back on, and they'll feed them. And a queen right hive.
Were you talking to me? Sorry, I was walking
Well,
around.
that's what banking is. So you can have like 4 or 5 mated queens. You put them in cages, and then you tape them up so they can't get out. You put them on top of the queen excluder on a queen right hive.
Oh,
Then
okay,
you
I
can
got you.
store them there. They'll feed them and keep them fed.
Yeah, I always thought of banking queens as like just having a queen in a 5 frame, like a resource hive. I would consider a banked queen, but I know that's not the right terminology.
Right. That's
Uh,
what I ended up selling. I sold one of my queens out of my 12 frame hives.
but yeah, I wasn't able to get my. Normally, I do probably 5 to 10 um, 5 frame. You know, for summer solstice queens, and I wasn't able to do it this year because I just was not getting the build up. They were so slow in building up that they were too small. I mean, I thought I was getting honey, so they were too small to split. So I didn't
Right.
get that those summer solstice colonies, those little 5 frames started. Um, and I do that too because I get about 10% queen loss through Formic. So I wasn't able to get, I don't have any 5 frames sitting around. I don't have any resource hives. Um, and it's a little too late for me to create queens. So I'm just going to have to combine. I might try it. I have two.
Yeah.
I have two. I
Well,
have two brood cycles. Hmm?
it's not too late to have mated queens and have them 3 to 4 flame splits. The problem is if you want to overwinter those, that's the challenge.
Well, that's
But if,
right.
but if you got them to add to a existing hive, then it's fine. Or if you want after
Well,
you use Formic, you can plug them in.
yes, I did something a little different, and I'm getting ready to share it here. I have a drawing on what I did. Um, and time will tell whether it was a dumb thing or a smart thing. So I'm either a genius in the bee yard or dumb as a stump. Nothing in between. So, so I came up with this little idea. Um, because I don't have, and this idea came because I don't have extra queens laying around to plug into any queen loss from Formic. And I absolutely have to use Formic in my area for the under the brood. I can't, if I wait till September, I'm already lost. No, I'm not buying queens, Darren. Why are you stirring the pot? Tom's too far. Good heavens, it take me 10 hours. Take me 10 or 12 hours to drive to Tom's. No, I'm not buying queens. But anyway, I can't wait till September to do Formic because by then my fat body bees are already, you know, she's burdened up, fat bodied, and the mite loads are way too high, and I can't wait. I have to do it in July.
I've never done this, but I could ship queen cells. Wait till day 13, take them to the post office. Next day, and
Darren, sorry I tried. So yeah, I mean, I know how to do it. It's just I'm out of time. My bees did not start acting, it was June, the beginning of June when my bees started acting like it was April. So I
yeah,
lost, and I'm not going to gain that back. It's not like I'm going to gain it back in the fall. It's over. It's done. My Formic is on as of yesterday. That's what I spent the day doing. But this is what I did.
deep,
Let me
medium,
see. What am I doing here? What's doing?
and
There's a
queen.
line. There's a line in my screen, and I can't figure out how to get rid of it. I can't figure out how to get rid of it. Hold on. Let's see that.
So it looks like she had a deep and a medium, and then another deep with a queen in it on top.
So this is what I did.
Yes, the brood, deep with brood, medium with honey and brood, then queen up on top of an empty box.
Yes, that's what I did. So
No,
my bet is, and in this box is only 5 frames of deeps, not 8. It's only 5. And most of the frames are unfulled. And then there's feed on top of here. Put feed on a lot of them, most of them. Because I want, so this the Formic is going to run everybody up here with the queen. Up here is feed. So they're going to be able to stay up here, right? This is my theory. They're going to be able to stay up here. Feed, queen, all the bees up here, and the Formic is going to be able to do what it's supposed to do with that brood.
yeah, but what does the flash do? Does it go up or does it go down?
Goes down because I only had it
That's
one
what I
time where it
thought.
killed the grass in front of my colony. Only one time. So right, so this is the 3-day flash. So my window to get this on and to get those bees run up was yesterday. That's why I was gonna do it Sunday night, and I didn't. But so it was yesterday. So I had yesterday it was in the high 70s. Last night it was down just in the low 60s.
Wow.
Today it went up into the 80s, but they're already run up because, and you can't smell Formic in my yard at all yet, so it's not that hot. But so we'll see. So my theory and the reason I did that was because I really don't want to afford, that's not the way to say it. I really can't afford bee loss this year. Queen loss. Can't afford it.
Right.
Not material, not money wise. You know what I mean? I can't afford it.
See, and I can't even use, if I wanted to, I couldn't even use Formic Pro where I live. It's still, I mean, the swimming clubs don't close until September. I couldn't treat until September. And then I would no way want to risk killing any queens in September. Plus, that's all the winter bees.
September's too late for Formic.
Yeah,
September's too
yeah.
late for Formic. Huh?
That's why I can't use it.
Yeah, it's too late. September's too late. August is, I only have 2 brood cycles until my bees are closed up for the winter. 2. So she's
Yeah,
going to be starting to lay when she comes back in like I don't know exactly when she shuts down. Either the last week in July, first week in August, second week in August. When she gears back up again, she's laying her winter bees. Her
right.
Dilianthus, what's it called? What are they called?
So yeah, we're still in the 80s and 90s in August.
Duantis, who, Keith, I think you're the one that corrects me on this every time. I don't know how to say it. Duent, the winter bees, what are they called? But anyway, yeah, so when she starts laying those, if your mites are not knocked down by the time she starts laying winter bees, you're pretty much out of luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, you Southern guys, Randy, yeah, I know you can't use Formic. I mean, you would have to put Formic on in
In fact,
April.
Nancy, September 1st, our average high temperature is 84 degrees.
That's
So it's
fine. You can
still,
put Formic on. You can put Formic on.
I won't put Formic on at 85 degrees.
Well, no, no. You put it on, like you always find a window. Like I always find a window in July. Like I just had a
And
window now. I mean, I have my window now from Sunday to Thursday.
yeah, yeah, we were 86 today, we're not 89 tomorrow, and
Yeah,
90
well,
the
okay,
next
right.
7 days.
So you're like, so right, you run a day behind. So Thursday is when I'm getting up into 80, 89 for us is Thursday. Well, I've already had my 3-day flash.
Yeah.
I'm
But we
already past.
we never cooled down. We went from 89, 88 down to 85, 86. We only went down like 3 degrees. And we went down to
Yeah, oh no, we're
67
down in the
close to
60s.
70. Where I'm at.
We're down in tonight. The low tonight is 64.
Yeah, I think I'm 70, 69, 70.
62 last night. 62.
Wow.
That's my first night with it on. 62. They're not even bearding. They haven't even started bearding. So I'm and then it's 65 tomorrow night, Thursday night is 70. But by Thursday I'm out of the
91.
3 days. I'm out of 3-day window.
They just changed. It's 91 tomorrow. So
Oh, so the
good.
other thing I wanted to say about this was That queen up there, I have a hole. I drilled a 3/8 inch hole, and I can do a vapor on just that box.
Okay.
Where the queen is, I can vape them up there. Forgot that part.
Well, that should reduce the chance of losing that queen.
Yeah. I think all things considered, that's my best bet. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see. So if she lays anything up there, I mean, I would hit them within less than. So I did them yesterday. So the first I'd have to hit them with OA would be that top box would be 6 days,
Yeah.
no more than 7 days, another week.
Right.
So
Yeah, DC about 18%. You don't want to get much over 18%.
shake them when you pull the frame. Shake them.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
know
what
right
I do.
away.
If it
You'll know
doesn't
right
come out,
away.
it's at least 18 or lower. In fact, most of the ones I pulled today were half capped, and then the other half wasn't, but it was all dry. In fact, the uncapped might have been drier. They just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, the uncapped usually runs drier than the capped. Yeah, shake it.
Anyway,
And if it shakes out, close it back up because you're going to start robbing.
yeah,
If you shake one out and it shakes, then you better move along pretty hastily, or you're going to cause a ruckus.
I was kind of surprised my bees weren't robbing yet today. I had some honey open because I pulled 10 boxes, 5 deeps and 5 um, medium supers, and I didn't have many bees flying around, just a couple.
Hey, Clay. Clay, do you ever come on? Do you ever come in the studio? Been a lot of hubbub about you lately. You should come in.
Now he's been getting on more and more now, but he'll get on the other people's,
Yeah,
but
all
he
of a
won't get
sudden
on
Keith came
ours.
out. I was getting on Keith a couple weeks ago about never coming on, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's everywhere. Hey,
He's on the
Nancy.
stream. He's on the
Oh,
stream team all the time.
chicken.
He, Joey's he won't come on ours.
You're laughing, Tom. Come
That's
on.
all right. You got a
Yeah,
pin,
all of a
don't you?
sudden Keith is everywhere. Keith's on all the airwaves.
Oh, you don't have a
Oh
pin
my
now.
auctions. Hmm?
You never pinned it to the top.
Oh, who's this? Hi all. Sean. Hi, Sean.
This
Boutros.
one,
That's from you, Tom, huh? That's one of your guys? Let's see.
yeah, he's up north.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking to see if I have him in here. Can't believe you bees is in here.
Yeah, I got 20. I got 23 people watching on my side.
Let me put in there. Where'd he go? There he is, Sean. Where is Sean from? Sean, tell us where you're from.
I
Unless,
mean,
Tom, do you know?
he's up north.
Michigan.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Michigan. I don't think I have you on here. I don't think I have you on my little list.
Yeah, he's up in Michigan.
Oh, there he is. No, I have him. Oh, I have you from a long time ago, Sean. Urban, but I don't have Michigan in there. Okay. Huh. Short Pants. Hey, where's Short Pants been?
Oh, he has been in a long time. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
Collector Rick, Nancy, chat not moving. What's that mean? That's on your end, Rick. If your chat box, you talking about the chat box over here? Lansing,
Oh,
Michigan. Oh, all right. Short Pants. We haven't seen him in a while.
no, not in a long time. In
Hmm.
fact, I got his email. I'll shoot him a text tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, just check in. How are you?
Yeah,
I mean, with all this crazy storms and stuff, I don't know. It's nice to know see who else is in this list now that you got me looking at the list.
yeah, Brent's saying the same thing. He's not seeing the chat move.
So that's on your end. So you'll see a little arrow, a little blue arrow. Click, move your cursor, move the chat down. You're
Well,
stuck on it.
my chat's not moving.
Will somebody say something? Because no one's saying anything. Oh, hi, Brent. Brent Wells, you're familiar. Welcome. Nice to see you. It's because no one's saying anything. No one's chatting. Yeah, Brent's at the bottom. There you go. Yeah, it's just no one's
Yeah,
chatting. No one's saying anything.
right.
Oh, I wish our guy from New Zealand would come on. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's the other thing that's happening. Tom is running his channel. So if you signed in under Tom's, you're not going to see my chat. If you sign in under me, you're not going to see Tom's chat. So
Well,
that's where the dual hosting. So just sign into both and then you'll see both chats. I don't know.
my chat's showing up, Nancy,
Yeah.
but your chats don't show into mine.
Yeah. So I see everybody's, but somehow there's a hang up on there at some
Yeah.
point.
Any chats on my YouTube gets added into your chat, but your chats don't get added into my chats
There you go. That.
because we're not teamed together. If we were teamed together, I think it would.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I did see. We gotta I know, Tom, I dropped the ball. I had that market on that one Wednesday. I didn't come on, and then last week I was wore out. I didn't come on. So we're gonna Tom and I are gonna stay on Tuesdays together, and we're gonna probably run it on that one you created,
Together.
Tom. That one we have. It's called what'd you call it?
It was called the B team.
B
Tom
team.
and Tom and Nancy B team. The
Yeah,
problem is
we're gonna
I
run it.
can't run two people not being a member of StreamYard.
I can.
You can.
All right, we'll have to get together this week then and try to how to. I don't know what we need to do on that. Hi,
Right.
Roy.
Hey, Roy.
Yeah, DC talked about what did he say? Oops. Oh,
But you know what? I just got a check, text or an email today from StreamYard saying I can get 40% off.
you get what?
40% off.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
StreamYard.
DC here. DC people complaining at my keyboard. Sometimes DC you do overrun the chat. Just saying. Sometimes you're the only one over there. You're the only one in the room. So I'm saying you better have a keyboard around your neck when we get down to the expo so everyone knows who you are. The
Yep.
Tamansi. The Tamansi. Now you see something funny. The Tomancy channel.
Nancy channel. There you go.
Hmm, I don't know. Let's try again. That's okay. That's okay. I don't like it. All right. Howdy, second place winner. What's that about? Roy, second place winner. James, Roy, were you the first place winner?
I don't know that. I don't know the whole story on that one.
No, I don't either. So I think James won second place someplace, but I don't know if Roy won first place. Like maybe Roy didn't win first place and he's just picking on James, but I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Nan Tom channel. Nan Tom. Oh, honey contest. There's a contest coming up. Okay. So Roy's already jockeying James into second place and Roy into first place. I get it. Well, good luck, you guys.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they had a tie? You better report back on what it is. Where is the contest? Oh, I think I know.
Is that Tim and Hannah's?
It's I think it's Tim and Hannah.
Yeah.
Well, wait a
I might
minute. I want to send my honey. How do we do this? James, tell us how to do this.
shoot them an email. They'll just fit your address. What's their email? I forget. But you got to like September.
Yeah, gun line. I'm not Sunday nights. I kind of have to pay attention to a husband. I do have a husband, so I kind of try 2 nights a week.
My wife,
No, he's great.
my
He's
wife's
actually,
sitting outside reading a book or she's watching Hallmark, one of the two.
yeah. I think mine's nap. It's 8:15. I don't know where mine is. Maybe he left for the gym and I didn't know it.
I gotta send Tim and Hannah some of this clover honey. See what they like. Clover honey.
The unofficial official honey tasting. Ooh. Gun line, you're on. Tell us,
Yeah, he's
can you
here.
can you come on and tell us how we do this? Because some of us aren't on Sunday nights. It's not nothing against Tim and Hannah, buttons as we prefer. It's just a family thing.
Buttons.
You'll be third.
I
Oh,
use
oh,
buttons.
oh, really?
What's
Little
that?
smarty pants.
Yeah, Gunline Bees. That's what it was. At Gmail, I guess.
Email Gunline Bees. Answer your email at Gunline Bees. Oh,
Hey, James.
yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Gunline. Wait. Gunline Bees at what? Ugh.
I think it's Gmail, but I'll be wrong.
Oh, Keith. Keith, you get the blue star for the blue ribbon for the amount of honey you harvested. I think there should be categories. Gunline, I think there should be categories. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nancy. I had a bad day at the car. Oh, I'm not ready up for. Okay, fine. No. So we're gonna okay, but just so we're gonna email you guys. We're gonna email you where to send the honey. You want like a 3 ouncer? Just enough to taste? That's okay, Hannah. Or buttons. No, it'd be Hannah, chiropractor. I was wondering if I met Hannah and Tim. Did you guys go to Hive Alive or Hive Life? Sorry. Were you guys at Hive Life? Like the second and third year?
trying to
seeds.
think of
Oh,
hiding
Philip,
now. Hey, Philip.
more prestigious. Oh, Philip, you know what? I did a honey tasting today at a retirement facility, and I
Yeah,
meant
just a little
to
sample.
grab your 3 sampler with the dark, and I got it. I forgot it. I wanted them to try some dark stuff. Oh, not official. Oh, it's official, Gunline. It's official. With this bunch, it's official.
As big as Nabby. Once this gets around.
Oh, okay. So we never did meet. Oh, okay. All right. I thought for sure I met you guys, but I guess not. Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, Hannah, we
I
can't
can
bounce.
remember ever meeting them.
No, she says no. We don't bounce like we used to, that's for sure. Oh, Philip won last year.
Okay.
Save it. You don't know. You don't know my East Coast honey. We'll see. I'm not going to put a label on it. Are you doing black jar?
So it's like a
Huh.
black jar, yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll send mine in and not and
Yeah, I'm not going to put a label
no
on
names.
mine. I'm not going to put a label on mine. And I'll mail it from I'll mail it
On
out to the
paper.
middle of the country and then I'll mail it back.
That'd be funny.
King Philip. $100.
Yeah, right,
Roy.
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 We know
Oh,
better than
should we
that.
make the check? Do we make the check out to send the check separate than the honey? Do we send the check to, hold on a second. Hold on, give me a second here. Where do we send the check? Did we send the check to, let's see here. Where do we send the check?
That's how they win first place. They bribe them.
Where is Roy? I don't have Roy in my book. So we send the check to Roy and then the honey to Hannah. Roy, I don't have you in my book. I cannot believe it. Roy, where are you from? I'm talking to you for
I know.
months, maybe a year
I
or
don't
so.
know. Hey, Peabody.
Peabody.
Um,
Yeah, okay, send it to Roy. I'll make sure you win. There you go.
Yeah.
No more bribing, please. Yeah, Rick. Oh, Rick's trying to control this group. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Hi, Peabody. Oh, you had a good video. You had a good video the other day again.
Who did?
What
I
was
did?
it? Oh, and Darren too. Darren had a good
Yeah.
video
Yeah, Darren did.
with his little
Um,
3 framers. So, okay, here I got Roy in another Michigan, South Boardman. Oh, I want to say South Bend, but that's Indiana, Michigan.
yeah, that's Indiana.
The North. Oh, look, he spells it in all caps. The Northerners are going to win. I forget where James is. I'm a Northerner.
I have the best honey because I'm south and north. So I get my honey's blended.
You're Ohio. No way, James.
It was north of Ohio is north. I mean, that's up by Michigan. That's almost Michigan territory. But I'm almost Kentucky.
Oh, Peabody. Yes, we were talking. So Peabody. Hold on a second. Let's table that. So Peabody came on last night and was talking about Mite wash. And let's see here. Yeah, but I got clarification that windshield washer fluid doesn't drop mites if it's not 75% alcohol or higher. Haha, I was told it works, but okay. So Peabody, years ago, we one of the things we started using was window washer fluid, right? And that's when we got away from the sugar, the 10x, the sugar shakes and stuff. We started going into a liquid. That was one of them that they started using was windshield washer fluid. It didn't last very long for whatever reason. I think it's a little more expensive. Then they went to straight 90% alcohol. And that also can get expensive if you're running a lot of colonies. So the next one then that came out was a free and clear, like a Dawn dish soap or a free and clear, because it's not harmful environmentally. And when you're out in the yard and you're shaking and you're filling and you're dumping and all of that, it's not an environmental hazard like windshield washer fluid or perhaps alcohol. So I did mite washes yesterday and I did some in alcohol and I did some in free and clear dish soap, and they both were washing the same for me up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. 70%, yeah. Try to push it to the 90% or higher, 90, 91. The 70% isn't a quick kill for the bees. So that was the other thing that people were concerned about was we want immediate death. So the Dawn dish soap, the free and clear, Dawn free and clear, where you can dump it in your yard and it's okay. Yeah, you can recover the Dawn dish soap. However, it gets a little sudsy. Use the 90% or better. Yeah, DC here. We're looking for quick
Yeah.
kill on the bees as well. Not just mite drop. We want immediate. We don't want suffering. Well, so the bubbles here, you're supposed to just be doing this number, the wrist, not just
Right.
swirl it, shake it, not stir,
Whirling it.
something like that. That'll cut back on your suds, but just use more soap. Just use more soap, less water, and just do a twirl. Do a twirl. Let it set. Do a twirl. Like a little wrist action this way. Swirl. Swirl.
Hey, Redfish. I guess
Hi,
he's not
Redfish.
listening anymore. He's been
10-4,
listening.
good
I guess
buddy.
he's typing a little bit.
Is that Hannah? 10-4. Roger out.
There you go. 10-4.
Copy that.
Hey, those days might come back. You never know.
Yeah. If you're going to use the alcohol gets a little expensive, Peabody. When you're growing and you want to be, running towards the commercial end, you're coming out of hobbyist and the sideliner and the commercial, your alcohol is going to get a little pricey at 90. And it also kills grass. You spill your alcohol and you're near a colony, you could wipe out your colony. It's a little more tricky. My flow was awful, Peabody. It was awful. It was a third. So I got 500 and usually about say 1,400 pounds, give or take, and I was at 500. I got 500 sitting in my freezer.
Yeah, my spring flow was horrible. My summer flow has been okay.
Yeah,
I'm actually getting honey
I'm letting them.
for July, late mid June to
Yeah,
mid July.
Roy, I
July.
get you, but I was having a lot of evaporation. Alcohol evaporates very quickly. And yesterday when I was out doing I ran through $3 or $4 worth of alcohol yesterday because of evaporation and spillage. I run it through a cloth too. Sometimes, not always, but yeah, you can. Uh, but okay, Kimberly's saying her spring was bad, but summer is great. So did you even take off for spring or did you just leave it on?
Yeah,
That's question.
my first 16 I took off just to see how bad it was. My last five here, which was my smaller hives, I got just same amount of honey. Five hives that was split gave me almost the same amount of honey as my 16 hives did this spring. So that is pretty good. I might have
I
to
just left.
retool them.
I took them off. What 3, 4? What is it? Yeah, I said 3. I know I took it off right around July. The regular. When I noticed they weren't going to do anything with it, I took because I can't have the extra space. I had to take the I had to
Hey,
take off the
buddy,
space.
Nancy's comments don't make it onto my live, but comments in my live makes it to Nancy because we're not teamed up together. I just joined on, but next week we'll be teamed up.
Peabody, he's on through my channel. He should see both chats, or he should see both comments.
Yeah, he should be seeing
Hey, drop
mine.
time. Peabody.
Yeah,
Oh,
DC said it's hard. Yeah, as a beekeeper, seeing the bees struggle.
yes.
Oh, you can't
Oh,
see both.
Peabody, you're in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, drop time. So yeah, so the mite wash, and then JW, like, you can't do the JW method where like he just drinks his mite wash and then doesn't get anything done and falls off his hive. So don't do that. But yeah, so
Yeah,
the suds, just use more soap. Homesteader, hi homesteader.
a little homesteader. Hey, Chris, drop time and Russell A.
Oh, he's doing charity work for the club. Nice.
Okay.
What else do I want to talk about? Queens. So I had 2 green queens up until 2 weeks ago. So I had 2 queens from last year, green. And they are both gone now. I don't think I have either one. They rolled her, they took her. She can't swarm because she's clipped, so they didn't swarm with her. So they just rolled her, but they are requeening. Yeah. And so those are 2 colonies. The one that chased me out of the yard, I think, is queenless. And then the one I took was showing signs of disease. So I put some DFM in it to help clean him up, and I was getting ready to feed him a little Hive Alive, but
Hey, Stephen Rogers.
Oh, I just wrong count. No, good combos. Oh, hi, Steve. I don't know if I know that name. Uh oh,
You
second
know,
root. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're probably at the point where you needed. So you'll sacrifice some honey sometimes if you add bees. You'll sacrifice some of your, but that's okay because you'll catch next year. You'll make up for the loss in uh production the next year. Oh, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, so anyway, so yeah, my colonies, they will requeen themselves every year if I don't do it. I guess that's what I'm getting at. So if I don't, make splits and sell off the green queens, they will requeen themselves every year here in my yard.
I just got a text for a tree that they cut down that has bees in it.
Ooh. So does that mean you
But,
go get them?
yeah, I'll get them tomorrow. Tomorrow, not too far from me.
Cool.
Probably from that storm. Yesterday's storm. Now they cut it down. Man, phone's going nuts. Okay, gotta check. Keep up to date.
I think of things to talk about and then I don't write it down. But this one thing I wanted to talk about had something to do with Keith Spillman. Something about
Pulling
open
honey and then extracting it and putting it back.
No, open mating queen. He does open mating queen like me. We're
And
both
that's
little
what do
Fred Dunnyites. So we both followed Fred for years. And we kind of follow, so we're very similar in our beekeeping methods and practices. And it was something about we open mate queens, we don't do queen rearing. Um, Not that that's unique to Fred, it's just, as hobbyists, we don't really do that. Although I'm more sideliner now. But it was something about, oh, I can't remember. Something about open mated queens.
Any red
Queens.
face? No, I didn't have any real damage. I had to hose off my patio from mud going across it when my drain overflowed. But and the winds didn't bust any real branches down, maybe little sticks, but nothing much. So knock on wood, we survived this one.
Oh, good. I didn't know you were under threat.
Well, yeah, we had tornadoes just a little south of me, about three
Mm,
quarters of a mile yesterday.
mm. Oh, okay. This is a good. No. So every year, new beekeepers in my area will get packages from the south. They'll get a little hot July and August. It's usually just new beekeepers. It's very rarely experienced beekeepers. One, because they're banging boxes, they're clanking, they're using it as a table. They're using the colony that they're going to go into next as a table. They're clunking, they're banging, they're dropping, they're going in with gloves and, really. So these new beekeepers, I got a hot hive, I got Africanized traits. Okay. Call an experienced beekeeper to come take a look. 9 times out of 10, the experienced beekeeper is able to get in there and calm them down, calm the beekeeper, not the bees, but calm the beekeeper, teach them a few things about being gentle, and the problem resolves itself. Well, if that particular person who thinks they have Africanized bees can send them into Beltsville, I believe, or even Penn State. I got to get back checked on that one, but they take the bees and they send them somewhere. And then they come back, and very rarely, almost never, are they Africanized. It's just they're a little fussy. Might be some Russians, which are the mean ones, Russians. A little feisty. So that happens in our area. The other thing that I heard, I've been trying to get this verified, and if anybody on here knows any papers written on this or have any hard facts on it, I'd love to know. But this is what I heard an old timer say one time, was Africanized bees cannot live now, and this is not a fact, this is just something I heard somewhere. Africanized bees cannot live above 60 degrees or below. Sorry. Africanized bees cannot live below 60 degrees for 60 days. So if you live in an area, I'm up north of Philadelphia, we are below 60 degrees for more than 60 days. So if any Africanized traits, and then there's also an opinion or a thought that there's Africanized traits in every colony, they just suppress them. So if you live in a place where you don't drop below 60 for 60 days, you could manifest those traits. But if anybody has science on that, throw it in the chat. Because
2 years ago, Nancy, Ian, on his live chat, showed that Canada tested across all of Canada. I think I want to say 200 beekeepers, commercial beekeepers in Canada, and every beekeeper from East Coast to West Coast had 1 to 2% of Africanized traits in their queens. So somebody texted them, and they never did a test in the United States, but I'm sure we had the same thing. Everybody's got a 0.5%, 1%, 2% at most.
Hi, Mark. But yeah, so but you see, like, so there's a line, like we're gonna say the United States, right? And there's a line, and the Africanized bees come up in July, then they go back down in October. Like they fluctuate up and down that line.
So see if there's any more comments.
Yeah. Don't bang your bees. If you do bang your bees, make sure you're on the way out. You can bang the door on the way out. You can't bang the door on the way in.
When I was on Bill's yesterday, and they were talking about wearing heavy denim jeans and everything, pulling honey, and I texted saying, I just wear my shorts and my shoeless shoes, and I put a jacket on. That's it. I didn't wear gloves or nothing. I did wear a jacket. And
yeah,
I pulled honey out of 5 hives. I didn't get
I go
stung
in a skirt and a tank top, no gloves. I wear a veil because face things aren't fun. But yeah, my girls get spicy.
When I was in the house, one of them was on my back, and I walked in the house and didn't know it.
Yeah, I only wear a veil. But
Yeah.
I've never killed a queen. I don't kill queens. I fix it. So if they're getting spicy, it's usually I can fix it. I can somehow fix it. And I've been successful at fixing it. One colony I did not treat and did not feed, and it found its own demise. But other than that, I've been able to turn a spicy colony around
Right.
by feeding
I
it.
usually just wear a veil, just so I don't get. They hit me in the glasses right here to bump me. Then they hit my glasses and they sting me right here. So I
Yeah.
wear a veil just so I don't get stung in the eyebrow.
Oh yeah, and the carbon dioxide, what is the one we breathe out? They're going to come after
Yeah.
that. How do you fix it, Nancy? So Roy, I fix it by determining what the problem is. So if I have a first of all, a spicy colony for me is going to be, I had one chase me out of the yard. Me and my mentee chased us out of the yard, chased us up to the house yesterday. I went back, I closed it up, and I'm feeding it right now. So I'm going to start by feeding it because that's the easiest thing to fix. Feed. Sugar water, thin sugar water. So I'm going to feed it. And then after that, I'm going to knock it down to single box, maybe 2 boxes. So now I gave them food and I'm also reducing the place they need to protect. I'm squishing them. So now they're going to feel a little more secure. They can manage the space. Then, if they're still spicy after that, I'll give them a frame of eggs.
I got a feeling the one hive you got this week is queenless.
Then, and then like Mark said, the one yesterday, so I threw Formic on that one yesterday that chased us up. It could be mite pressure. I did hear that before. And it's the time of year, like you got to know, come October, spicy in April is different than spicy in October. You got to make sure, right? You got to knock down the mite pressure. You got to see if there's something fussing with it at night. It's usually going to be the ones on the end of a row. If the placement of the fussy colony, see Tom's picture over there? Say one on the end. Oh, you can't see my finger. But say one on the end is the spicy one.
This
The
one right
chance of
there,
that getting messed with at night is high. So if it's spicy, move it to the center, move one out. Like just move them. But I wouldn't kill a queen because I don't trust myself to know. What? What? Is this true?
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, Mark. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons. Africanized bees,
Yeah, but was it
Mars,
honeybees or was it yellow jackets?
Africanized. Well, yeah. What is that? Drop a link. I'll pull it up on the screen. Yes, Collector Rick. Right. So this is so true. The bees are trying to tell you something, and if you wipe that queen out, you're missing a huge opportunity to learn beekeeping because you can't just kill a queen. You can't just kill the queen and have that be the answer to a spicy colony. Oh, 3 strikes. I put up with it for a year. I did put up with it for 2 years with one colony.
Here you go, Nancy. It wasn't honeybees.
Yeah.
Said a swarm of bees while he was mowing a bag of potting soil from his porch. So it was probably yellow jackets.
Well,
Yeah, or
spicy.
frost.
Yeah, not honeybees.
It
And he
wasn't
died of the
honeybees.
infection from the he died from the infection of the stingers. Probably not the venom at all, the infection from the stingers. Chad. Don't let it happen again, Chad.
So
What's this now?
that was
Spicy
probably
when I
yellow
pull honey
jacket.
frames? Well, of course, you're taking their, of course they're gonna be spicy when you pull frames. Oh, I'm full suited when they bump my veil during a good nectar flow. I have an issue. Okay, you're right. Okay. So like I was saying, they're spicy in April and then they're spicy in October. So that's a difference. Chad, I'm teasing you. You're not late. We're here when you get here. Whenever you get here is fine. There's no being late to my chats and Tom's chats. Sorry, Tom. But yeah, pulling honey. And the other thing is I wanted to mention about using smoke. We don't want to use smoke when we're pulling honey.
What's that?
Full PPE, no smoke. James, expand on that. Full PPE, but no smoke. Alabama. So why wouldn't you use a little smoke and back off on the PPE?
Yeah, I don't
I agree.
understand that.
Don't let it happen again. Yeah. Oh, you guys just coming in from the yard.
Hey,
I'm looking out
honeybee
the window.
compounds.
Honeybee compound. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, smoking and pulling honey. We don't want to use smoke when we pull honey, right? Right. Where's that compound? Chris Combs. I don't have him or her.
So let me understand that. So all the times, weeks before you're pulling honey, you're smoking those hives. You're putting
No,
smoke in that honey.
no, you're not. No, when my supers are on,
That's
I'm
wet
not
honey.
going. I'm not doing anything in that brood box. I'm just popping lids and pulling a little. I'm popping lids, pulling out a frame of honey, and the honey super. You don't need smoke for that.
No.
If you really have a strong colony, you just put a fume board on it, push those bees out of that box, take a look at that super, take that super off, push them with the fume board. So you're using fume boards all the way through until you pull honey, right?
You're gonna get all that fume. You're gonna get all that fume chemical in your honey.
Nah, it's almonds.
I just think that's a human being saying that you can't smoke them when you're pulling honey. You're smoking the hives every time you go into the hive during the whole year before you're pulling honey.
Yeah,
You're
but you
putting
don't have
smoke
your
in that
supers
honey.
on. You don't smoke when your supers are on. Why are you smoke? Why are you going in? Why are you going in the brood boxes when your supers are on?
I normally don't.
Right. And if you want to check the flow, you just pull the frames.
Yeah, that's a honey
So
check. But what I'm saying though, those fume boards, they don't get in your honey. That smell.
no, it's almonds. It doesn't. That's not gonna. That's you're not turning that into a vapor. All you're doing is you're using that's not turning into anything that's going to, that's just pushing the bees down. See, Mark? Mark.
Yes, that's the only thing. It does make it eat them, but it doesn't put any smell in the honey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you use I'm telling you, if you've never used a fume board, give it a try. They
that's what
are,
I
and you
use.
can
I
make
use a fume
for you
board.
cheapy beepies, you cheapos, you can make one. You get
Yeah,
a cotton t-shirt, old cotton t-shirt, you got to buy the spray. I don't think you can make the spray. You got buy the spray, get a cotton t-shirt, pop the lid, put it on top. It'll push them down enough.
I will not buy that Be Quick anymore, though. It
Bee
doesn't work.
escapes. Yeah, so I do use bee escapes, but I use them in a different, like, so I can't pull off all those supers, put a bee escape, put all those supers on. Physically, I'm not able to do that. So I push them down with fume boards. Then what I do is I have a bee escape. So I bring my supers up to the driveway, right? Put them on a wagon, bring them up with my golf cart. And now they're all sitting stacked up, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of them in my driveway. And I put a bee escape, which would be upside down. Like I turn it around so the bees are going up, right? So I put a little arrow on my bee escape, whichever way I want the bees to go. Most people put a bee escape, they want the bees to go down, right? But when I bring my supers up, I want them bees to come up. So I use bee escapes for that. Sometimes I'll put it underneath. I want the bees to come down. I'll put a fume board. So now the supers are in my driveway, right? They're hanging out, waiting to go into a freezer. So I use the fume board on the top and the bee escape on the bottom. I push them down and out. Anybody that's still there from harvesting. Or I put a solid bottom and a bee escape on the top so they go up and out. That's how I use bee escapes.
Yeah. Maybe something similar, Nancy. I take a fume board and I put it down, upside down. Yeah. And then I stack my supers on top of it. Then I put a bee escape on top of it. So the fume board pushes the bees out. The remaining bees that didn't come out when I tried to push them down.
Brian's
Not
got
easy
free
tricks
fingers.
to do. Yeah. And a little bit of ice cream
So
with honey on it.
So Roy, they have like Fisher's Be Quick and Honey Banda, Wrangler. I don't even know if they make Wrangler anymore. Bee Wrangler. It smells like almonds. There was a product years ago that stunk the bejesus out of everybody, but they realized you don't have to go that stinky for bees. Just it smells like almonds. I don't know what's in it. They won't tell you the recipe. It's probably so simple that we could make it ourselves and they'd go out of business.
Yeah.
So they're not going to tell us what it is. But it smells like almonds and it depreciates as I got to spray at every box.
Honey Bandit works good. A Bee Quick I tried to use it this year. I never used it before, and it doesn't work near as good.
Which
So
one
Honey
smells like
Bandit,
almonds?
Bee Gone.
Fisher's
Bee Gone
Fish-
works the best, but it smells.
Fisher's, and then I got one from Bill this year. I got another one from Bill, but I have never had the stinky one. Like the one that, like makes the truck stink and all of that. I've never had that one, so I don't know which one it is.
That's Bee Gone.
Oh, are they still in business?
Yeah, it works because it works the best.
Dominican beekeeper. Hey, hello from Dominica,
Honey Bandit works good, and the Bee Gone works good.
Dominican
The
Republic.
Bee Quick doesn't work too good. It
Okay,
doesn't.
Vigo, Tiny Creek.
Bee
That
Gone,
might
I
be the
mean,
one.
Bee Gone.
That might Is that the one that really stinks? Because I've never had it. I've never gotten
Yeah,
the one that stinks. So
that's the
just
one I
brush them off.
prefer,
Well,
Nancy,
hmm?
because it works. I can put it on the top and I'm pushing down through every box.
Yeah.
But it
I
smells.
just Yeah, James, sometimes there's too many to brush off. You can't. Sometimes brushing is the last thing when I'm taking the frames out individually after I pushed them all down, and then I brush off and stick them in another box that has a lid on it, which has a bee
Yeah,
escape on it usually too, when they're on my golf cart, so anybody can kind of get out. Honey Bandit, yeah, from Man Lake.
yeah, Bigo works the best, though.
Yeah, a
Smells, it works
skateboard.
the
So
best.
Morris, some of us like I'm not going to be lifting off 8 frame supers and then lifting them off, putting them on something, putting an escape, lifting them back on. I can't do that. Physically, I can't do it. So I can't use the skateboards in the traditional way that they were designed. I use them in other ways.
Right. I don't do it either, Nancy. I use the fume boards and then I use it in the opposite direction to get the final last bees out in my
Oh, here
stack.
you go. So is that why it stinks, Brent? Like I guess that's the
Yeah,
one that so okay, Bigo. Okay. So that was one of the first ones, I guess. I mean, I don't know this, but that's what turned people off from fume boards, I guess, and they went to a skateboards. Maybe skateboards were designed because Bigo was so terrible. Yeah, Fisher's Be Quick. Oh, Dominican. You never get the skateboards. Let me give you a hint. So your skateboard, right? On the front, put a little black arrow with a Sharpie and put an arrow on the way the bees are good to go on that board. So when you look at your colony, when that is on, that little arrow is going this way, then the bees are going down. If the arrow is going this way, then the bees are going up. So you can walk past your colonies with the escape board and know if it's the right way or not. Or when you put them on, you know it's the right way. Use a black Sharpie with an arrow.
Pine Creek, I used Fish's Be Quick this year for the first time and I'll never use it again. It didn't work. Didn't work as good as Honey Bandit or Bigo.
You're welcome, Dominican.
It didn't move. It did
Always
move
trying to
the
make it
bees.
simpler.
Did a little bit, but didn't move them. Didn't move them very good. I had to keep spraying it on every box.
What?
That Be Quick, the Fish's Be Quick.
Was it hot enough? Was it a sunny day?
It was sunny today. Wasn't hot yet.
Yeah, because if it's not hot enough, like it's in the shade, I know that makes a difference. You want it
Yeah,
full
see,
sun.
when that bee go, I don't care what the weather is. It'll move those bees out. I like to pull in the morning time before it gets hot.
So,
Like
some
today.
I ebb and flow on that. Sometimes I go out early, and then other times I don't want to go out till 6 o'clock at night. No, Tiny Creek. You don't get the one that
I
smells like vomit.
understand Pine Creek. It does
Don't
smell.
get that one, Tiny.
I wear gloves and make sure I don't get any on me. And I won't
Look
put it
at
in my truck.
Morris. Good job, Morris. 4 8 frame mediums. Good deal.
Wow, that's good, Morris.
Where are you at?
He's probably down in the Carolinas. I think they rock this year.
Is he in that belt with Spielman?
Yeah, I think Bruce had a big year too.
Oh, right. I'm looking for Morris. I think I have him in here somewhere.
I
I
don't
don't
think I have
remember any of
notes
this
on
stuff
him.
anymore. Morris Homestead. Yeah, he's Matt. All I have is Matt. Matt, where are you? Upstate New York, Western. Ooh, okay.
Okay. So he
Western.
was
So
going up north then.
he's over by Buffalo, or where it snows a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. Some of us didn't make much
Hopefully
at
he's
all.
not on, hopefully he's off from the lakes. We only get a little bit of that
Where
lake
art thou
effect. So
located? Collector, you're funny.
I think I'm going to end up
Where'd
with about
DC
500
go? When
pounds.
DC disappears, there's another is there another chat on? Because DC's disappeared. Where are you, DC?
He,
You went
he's probably
under.
eating dinner. He's probably eating dinner. It's 6 o'clock his time. 6:05.
Oh, you're making dinner. I don't smell anything yet, DC. What are you cooking? Oh, Roy, yeah, hit the like button. 40 people on here. 52 people. Holy cow. 52 people. Hit the like button. What else do we want to talk about? He's on I know, Dominican, he's on every chat, but you never hear him. He doesn't come on in the studio. But Dominic, you're welcome to come in the studio. The link is at the top.
He did a video the other day that he was in the video though. So I did
Really?
pull that video up and see what he looks like. Just this
I
week.
think I saw him once. His little head popped in and out once a little while back.
Just the first time
But
I've
yeah,
seen it.
so this chat, and then some other chats, we have the link posted. You can come in. Anybody can come in. We don't
Yeah.
block people coming on the chat, coming in the studio and coming up on screen and talking. We like that. Well, the more the merrier. We want that to happen. So Dominican, anybody that's new, you want to type questions in all caps so we can see them over there in the scrolling chat box bar area.
Hey, Nancy, you never pinned your your link though. So it's on top of the
Seriously?
comments.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You now it is.
ah. Oh my gosh, 2 hours and it wasn't pinned. Oh,
That's
sorry,
it didn't
Roy.
show up
Come
on
on,
mine.
Roy. I think Roy comes in. I gotta go get another tea. Lemon lavender tonight.
Okay. I wonder if I posted on mine and if I can pin it. I'm gonna try that. Give me a second,
Yeah,
guys.
try it.
All right, I just pinned it. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. That's cool. I got it pinned on my live too. So that worked. So yeah, so I'm gonna graft 10 or 12 cells tomorrow morning. I got one hive number 10 behind me, and my picture doesn't have a queen. I got one of them QMPs in it right now, so they don't go laying worker on me. And I got about four other splits that I did back in June um, that never made their queen, so I'm going to requeen them, give them another chance. And then, like I said, I'm going to try to have a bank a few queens so I can sell them to all these beekeepers um, that need queens the next few weeks, month. So I have it pinned on my channel now, Brent, on the top of the notes, the StreamYard. So yeah, I just tested that to see if it would work, and it did. So tomorrow I'm going in my big monster horizontal hives, pulling out honey, and I'll be done. I'll extract it probably tomorrow or the next day, probably tomorrow. I do have a lady, Kelly. She's a new beekeeper. She bought one of my nukes today, and she's already got two deeps full, and she wants to know what to do. So I'm going to let give her some suggestions of what to do next. That's good, Kimberly. Yeah, I mean, the worst you can do is not be successful the first time. I mean, first time I grafted, I wasn't successful. And I had one this year. I made up a six frame, or it had some existing split in it. Then I added more frames to it, brood frames, cat brood frames. I put a graft in it, and they didn't make any cells. So it's like, I don't know why they didn't have a queen. I don't know why they didn't make any cells, but they didn't. So I had to make a new cell builder. First one didn't work out. That was the first time I ever had that happen. So you never know. You know. Yeah. This will be my last graph though. Like I said, it's gonna just be 10 cells, maybe 12 cells.
Hi, Granada.
Hey Granada, Jeremy.
So, Tom, I see yours. I see yours now. Did you pin it? Can you post it?
Yes, I posted it and I pinned it.
Oh,
So
cool.
it worked.
Granada. Sorry, I always get that wrong. Hiya.
Jeremy.
How you doing? And Dominican. Hey,
There he
Hey,
is.
so
there he is. What's up? How are ya?
I'm good. I'm good. So, where you guys recording from?
All right. So that's what I wanted to, I was thinking about that as I was getting my tea here. Anybody that's new. So I am an 8-year beekeeper. I do beekeeping by myself. My husband's not involved at all. So I do all of it. I build my own boxes. I do not graft queens, but I do everything else. And I am located north of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah,
and you. Oh well, yeah. So I am down in the Caribbean, not Dominican Republic, but
Okay.
Dominica, a small island they call Dominica between the two French islands. Yeah,
okay.
Cool.
yeah. I've been beekeeping for around 12 years now. I manage like 100 colonies thereabout, goes up and down. Well, no, I'm actually at 300 because I'm undertaking this project and I have to make like 200 and some odd nooks working on that. Yeah,
Wow.
Cool.
yeah. And I'm also attending the University of Florida Master Beekeepers program. So, you know,
Well, that's cool. That's
Jamie
good.
Ellis. Jamie
yeah,
Ellis.
yeah.
So
And Mary,
you do this all yourself?
yeah, well, me and one helper.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, well, it takes its toll because you see this, I have a neck brace.
Uh, spoils of being an old beekeeper, not old in years, but old in years of
Yeah,
beekeeping, right?
yeah, yeah. I am kind of on a sick leave, so to speak. On Friday, yeah, I messed up my neck. So
Oh,
yeah,
Mm.
well, it's been a real fun journey. We're trying to really build up beekeeping on the island. It's always been like a hobby, so now
hmm
we're doing our best to expand and make it, something that people can make a living out of.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds
Um,
good.
Yeah, every year we have like this in the Caribbean. We have this honey show in Saint Lucia. Yeah, so all the Caribbean countries come together. So we really get in there. I actually won 2 years in a row, and I also won the honey show, the international category in England. That
Oh,
big honey show in England. Yeah, I won the international honey. Hold on,
Yeah, that's cool.
let me 1 minute.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Get your questions ready.
So the
Oh,
Woohoo! Look at you! Ah, I don't have
yeah,
any of those yet. Wow.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's some questions. Can you, what's your first name?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
So
Okay.
can you see the chat when you're on in the can you see the chat? Because there's people
No.
asking questions. Do
Oh
you
well,
get a winter?
no, we don't. We don't actually get a winter. But we have a dearth period in December.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's almost like we pretty much we beekeep almost like you guys up in the States. I watch a lot of the guys like Bob Beanie is my favorite to look at.
Yeah.
The first YouTuber I followed was Dirt Rooster.
Yes, me
Um,
too. Me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yep.
So I learned how to go on because we have a lot of wild colonies. So unlike you
Oh,
guys,
okay.
we don't. Our bees are resistant to the mites. So we have quite a bit of wild colonies. And when I was expanding, I wanted to learn how to get the bees off the cliffs. And our bees are on like we have huge mountains and cliffs. So we tie ladders, just how they do it in Nepal. Yeah, so I was doing that, getting bees off the cliffs. And so I looked at the rooster, made a homemade vacuum. And so I started with looking at the rooster. Then I came across Cayman. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he gave me some good tips. I started back then when he didn't have so much people asking questions. So he would always answer my questions. I did Cayman, then um, got Frederick Dunn.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Those are all the names that we know in this group as well. Yeah.
yeah,
We're all
yeah,
connected.
yeah. So that was cool. And then like the guys like Mike Barry, who else? Um, all of the guys, I follow all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they
That's
actually,
Ian
cool.
Stepler up in Canada.
yeah, Ian Stepler, yeah. Because of those guys, I actually was able to transform from like being a
Mm-hmm.
beehiver to a beekeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you just need to actually see that it's possible, and you follow through and you get there. So it's because of them I oftentimes I really want to get on and tell them thanks, but so if they see that come across that video, just let them know that
Yeah.
I said thanks, or
Yeah.
they can see I say thanks. Because you sometimes you put out the videos and you don't really know the impact that it's having. But
Mm-hmm.
so just letting them know, thank you. From way across in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
So, do you get cooler weather? Do you get brood breaks in cooler weather? But you mentioned a dearth
yeah.
in December, so that would probably be. Here's another question for you. Flatland for apiaries?
Very limited on the flatland. So let me go back to the previous question and then I'll come to this one. Okay,
Okay.
so we have free flows in Dominica. So we have a flow in April, May. We have a flow in July, August, and we have a flow in October, November. All right.
Cool.
So we get three different flows. Usually we average about 10 gallons per colony if you do a okay job. But between December, January, February, and March, there isn't much coming in. It's not cold, but it's just not much in terms of forage. So,
Okay.
so that's when we do all the things that you guys would do in the winter, like prepare for the next season, buy equipment, mount them, and stuff like that, repair stuff. But it's just that the bees, they fly, so you have to be very careful you don't take away too much honey, or you have to feed in this from starting from December. But we don't get cold weather. Actually, we have two seasons here: is dry and hot, wet and dry. So we have the wet season, and we have the rain, the dry season. Now we're in the wet season. We actually have some storm or something coming across, expected to reach tomorrow. We might not get a lot of wind, but we get a bad flooding. And so now to that question, any flatland for apiaries? We're very mountainous. Our island is the most mountainous island in the Caribbean chain. So flatland is very rare to come by. The places that are flat is usually on the river, by rivers, because we have 365 rivers on a small island. So it's either you're in a mountain or you're in a river, you know? So it's very difficult to come by flatland. Yeah. So you see that down there, Guadeloupe and Dominica right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's me right there.
Okay.
Yep. So here's Cuba.
Yep.
Prince.
Keep going down. The last country on the map down there.
Right. Lower left.
Ah.
Lower right, I
Oh,
mean.
I see it.
Yep. So oftentimes people think it's Dominican Republic, but it's actually Dominica, that small island there.
Okay. Let me. All right. I'm gonna go get. All right. Okay.
So
Go ahead. Continue.
Nathaniel, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, well, yeah, me and my wife, we do, it's Be Natural on YouTube. We do videos every now and then, but we mostly do on Facebook. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so both me and my wife are beekeepers. I do like almost like on commercial scale. Well, for us, you guys, I see your commercial scale is like 500, 1,000. For us,
Mm-hmm.
you would be commercial by between 70 and 100. You make enough to survive on commercial scale. And so I do bees to sell bees and honey, and she does the wax
Yep.
products. So hold on, let me
Yep.
get.
Yeah, put up Brian's question.
Hold on. I was over Brian.
Flower
Yeah,
Street.
so she makes like balms
Uh-huh.
out
Okay.
of
Yep.
wax balm. She makes
Lip
lipstick,
balm.
lip balms.
Yep.
She makes deodorants, and we have propolis.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
yeah. So our bees collect a lot of propolis. So
Okay.
I think I saw that you guys like kind of bred propolis out of your bees at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our bees did the opposite. So we have so like we have propolis everywhere. I come home and everything I touch is all propolis, all on my nails. All you see, like my nails
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a knife. I take a pocket knife. I have a pocket knife next to my bed at night, and I do my nails every night. It's like, oh my gosh, I get enough propolis, like a dime-sized propolis, out from under my nails. So Brian has a question here. How do you prepare for hurricanes?
Well, we just cross our fingers and say grace. Mostly.
Okay.
Well, sometimes, like, depending if we have way in advance notice and it looks serious, then we weigh it down with cinder blocks or rocks. If you have a colony that is more than 2 levels high, you cannot take off the extra level. You equalize the yard, so everything is kind of low down to the ground. Sometimes I do ratchet straps, or on the side of the boxes, we take a strip and we screw all the boxes together. So even in case they fall over,
Yeah.
they stay as one unit.
Yeah.
So you could just lift it back up. But for the most part, when you have, like, all now I have over 300 colonies, including nooks, that is, it's difficult for it to go around
Right.
securing everything before a storm comes. It's almost impossible. Because by the time we get the notice that we're under watch or warning, you don't have much you can do. And
You
because
guys.
of
Yeah.
our yards, another a slight difference between you guys and us is I noticed that you have, like, up to 40 colonies in one area. We don't have a lot of foraging that we can do that. So we put like 15, 20 max. But my yards are often like 15s, and they're, a bit far in between. So, you have to drive a bit distance up hills, up mountains. So it gets difficult. So most times your initial setup, you set it a place where it doesn't have a lot of wind coming through, and you just pray that you don't get affected that much. Last year, I actually lost a yard through flooding.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
a disaster. But you get the equipment, you knock off the water, you bounce back, you put that on another colony.
Yeah.
That's just part of life down here.
Yeah, we watched Ian Stepler. Remember, he got flooded that one
Yeah,
time, and he
yeah,
shook them all out and saved what he could, and, like, put them in strong colonies to clean them up. I mean, initially you look at it and you think, oh, how am I ever going to save any of this? And then you little piece by piece, you kind of get it together. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. And normally, like, you get those little colonies, those little swarms, you pay them no mind. But a hive that has been in a flood, it can be very small. You want to see it bounce back. So
yeah, right.
yeah, yeah. So that's always something. All this time of year is always a bit tense for us,
hmm
especially July, August, slightly to September. That is the peak of the season. So we always kind of edgy. Every time you hear weather coming, things get edgy. But we've been living with that our whole life. It just becomes
Well, you're
part.
not a real beekeeper unless you stay up at night worrying about your bees.
Tell me about it.
Do you raise queens, Nathan?
Yes and no. I did. I raised queens last year before that. But what happened was I went and buy the queen cups of Amazon rather than Manlick, trying to be cheap. Because another thing too is when we order, most of our equipments come from the States. So we have to send it down to Florida, and then we have a forwarding system, a freight forwarding system that sends it to the Caribbean. So it takes us like 3 weeks to get something that you ordered in the States. So back to the original question. So I ordered stuff off Amazon and got it, but the queens were not take into the cups very well.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I have this method that I used called the flyback split. I learned from Gus Mitchell. He used to have a
Uh-huh.
channel. Yep. That is the
Gus, yeah,
best.
yeah.
Yep. That's the best way of splitting bees that I've found. So what I do is, if I after I harvest my honey from a colony, like the colony is on its original location, I just lift up that box, put it on the side. I take empty box with blank foundation. I take the queen out of the original colony and I put her in that empty
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
I put like 2 gallon bucket on top, and in 2 weeks, that original hive is back to a full colony. For all the foraging bees, they act like a swarm, and they build back that colony to full strength, where
Huh.
after 2 weeks I can put a super back on again. And the one on the side, it makes a lot of queen cells. So that hive on the side now, I just break that up into nooks. Make sure every nook has a queen cell, take it to another
Right.
yard. So I get
Yeah.
all my nooks, plus I have my colony right back. Yep, that's the best way that I've found to make splits.
Huh. Right. Flyaway. Gus Mitchell's flyaway system. Or
Yeah,
flyback. Flyback. Sorry.
right
Yep.
back. Yeah, that was
Wow.
wonderful. That's how I made all my splits this year. And as soon as you make the splits, you get all new drone equipment for your where the original colony was. Everything is brand new. You have zero drone cells in there because they build it so fast that they don't build
Yeah.
any drone comb. So you get everything nicely drawn. Yeah.
And the
So
bees, do the bees stay with the one that you move away? The bees will stay in that because the brood is in there as an
yeah.
anchor,
Yeah, so the nurse bees that haven't flown out of the hive will stay
right?
with the colony that was moved, plus the bees that are
Yeah.
hatching. So if you keep that hive together,
Hmm.
as soon as the queen mates, you can have another big hive ready to harvest on in one as soon as
Right.
she get a cycle going. But usually I just break that up into multiple little nooks. But
Hmm.
when you're making the nooks, now the nooks you have to take to another yard because by that time all the nurse bees they've oriented and they will all go back, and the nooks will be too weak. So the nooks you take and move to a different yard.
Right.
Yeah, but it's surprising to see how quickly and how well the original hive with the old queen builds back up. Like it's
Hmm.
amazing to see how quick in 2 weeks in a 2 week period you have your full 10 frames drawn and ready to get a super. As long as you feed them properly or you do it on a flow, it
Yeah.
happens very quickly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Someone
do.
has always the mic pressure. For we So last year I had to do a video or like a what do you call that? A practical exam for the university, and we had
Hmm.
to do
Hmm.
a mite wash, and I was almost ashamed to show it on the video. I had like 20 mites, 20 or more mites per the 300 bees, but that colony still gave me honey. I split it up all the way again this year. So
Yeah.
the bees they have mites. They have quite a bit of mites sometimes, but it's not a big issue. They bounce back very quickly. You never really see a hive die from mite. We will get like the dearth will kill your bees. Poor
Hmm.
nutrition will kill an old queen because our queens are laying so much wrongly
Right.
and no
Right.
break. so you can wear out.
Right.
And imagine me doing 2 flybacks in a year, where she have to build that nest back twice or 3 times from scratch.
You're asking a lot. You're
Yeah,
asking a
yeah,
lot of her. Yeah.
yeah. So we can get like
Yeah.
the old queen. She starts laying drones only, and then the colony goes down. But mites, you don't see a lot of, like, deformed wing virus and those things. You see a little bit, but nothing to
Mm-hmm.
shout about. Yeah.
Hmm.
Somebody else, what's the major forage on the island? We have. Uh, I don't know the English names. Because on our island we speak French as well, like a broken French. So all the trees, the names are in French, in French. So we have one they call savonnette. In English, it translates to soap, a soap tree. That is my favorite honey. It makes a light amber. Hold on. So it makes a light amber honey.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it blooms. That tree blooms in July, June, July. It makes a real nice honey. This honey I won the best light amber honey, and this one is one that we call het. Is a French name, and it makes a dark amber honey. You guys have a tree that you say it smells like old smelly socks. I always hear you
Oh.
guys, this one does as well. So
That's it.
Goldenrod. Isn't it goldenrod? That makes them smell like old socks or something. Goldenrod
okay,
Yeah.
in the fall.
yeah. So this honey, it is very strong. Have a very strong flavor, and it's in the spring. It blooms in the spring, and it makes
Mhm.
our dark amber honey. Yeah, and
Huh.
we also have like the vines and bushes, shrubs. They bloom later on in the year. They make our fall flow. We have around like 80 or so beekeepers in our cooperative. We have a beekeepers cooperative, a club. We have 80 beekeepers in the club, and I would say maybe like 30 more. So like around 120, 110 beekeepers thereabout on the island.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not a very big island, maybe smaller than the size of one of your cities. Um, but
Oh.
just because of the makeup of the island, very mountainous, a lot of plants. We can do quite a lot of beekeeping there.
So do you treat for mites then? What's your treatment? No?
No,
Okay.
no treatment. Just let them be. They will. The mites. The bees cannot bring down the mites on their own. Like either through swarming, through maybe just hygienic behavior. So it have a thing that they call recapping, where the
Yes.
bees they chew out. You see where they chew out, and you see the bald brood looking at you. If a bee has a high mite infestation, you see a lot of that, and then later down in the year, the hive looks very good. It bounces back, no problem. Yeah. So we really have no issues with mites. They are there, like I said, but no major issues. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, so exciting.
Yeah. But I see.
So
Sorry, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, so I see a lot of Mr. Ed doesn't treat. Who else? Yeah, well, I know for sure Mr. and Dick Rooster don't treat as well. So it was
Right.
similar to them. Like, you just
I
let the bees
gotcha.
do their thing, and you know they
So
manage
you're
on
like
their
in
own.
the southern United States. There's the there's areas down there where they don't have to treat or they don't treat. It's just a different. The humidity is different. It's just a different environment.
Yeah. The bees don't get cooped up for a long time, so no, like I
Right.
don't know that because of that the disease doesn't spread or stuff like that. We don't know. It could be the fresh air. It could be the sea breeze.
Yeah.
But the bees do well, so we'll take it that way.
Yeah.
Although there have been um, some influences to some people trying to get us to treat, but I'm thinking if we've been beekeeping for this long with no need to treat, why start treating now?
If it's
Yeah,
not broke, don't fix it.
there you go. Yeah. For predators, we don't. Well, we have the tree lizards. They will take a few bees. What else we have? We have the birds. Birds will eat a few bees, but nothing major. Like I see you guys have bears and stuff like that. No,
Yeah.
raccoons and stuff. No, just the
Skunks.
lizards. Just the lizards and birds. So the birds affect us really in mating season. A bird might take a queen every now and then, and but that's it. And ants, we have those little ants, but
Mm.
you just have a strong colony. Or if you make a nuke, you don't give it more resources than they can protect, and you keep the box. You make sure your box is as tightly sealed as possible, and that's it.
Mm.
We don't have hive beetles either, so that is a good thing.
That's a
Yeah,
good thing.
Oh.
yeah. So for like sometimes we fuss about wax moth, and then I look at you guys fighting hive beetles, and I'm like, boy, we don't have any problems, But well, we can get bad cases of wax moth. Because of that, we cannot store our supers. We cannot store our supers in like in a shed or something like that. Because even the frames that did not have brood in there, the
Mm-hmm.
lesser wax moth will chew on it and damage it. So it kind of gets tricky to build up your drone comb, but that's the only pest that we have really.
The next comment is from our comedian, our group comedian.
Mm,
You see
that's
that? That's That's our group comedian there talking about your medals and all of that. So
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, the next honey show is in the next 2 months actually, in October. Yeah, and it's been held in St. Kitts and Nevis this year. So, but I don't miss it for anything. I'm always there. Anything beekeeping around the Caribbean, I'm there. Yeah.
yeah. Yep. It's like there's chats every night of the week. There's somebody in our group that has a chat every night of the week, and most of us, a lot of us are on pretty much 5 to 7 nights talking bees. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I watch all you guys.
do you?
Yeah. I watch
We don't.
everybody.
We
Even
yeah
the young lady Beefit. I see she started
yeah
doing. I watch her too. I watch everybody. I
yeah.
watch. There is no day that goes by that I don't do something or watch
Yep.
something.
There you go. You're a bee addict, a bee lover, just like every day we talk about bees all day long, every day. And if we had friends that don't have anything to do with bees, we talk to them like what, once a month maybe.
Yeah.
got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrible.
Well, I went as far as marrying a beekeeper, so you should know.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, no
We
Yeah.
like
problem.
to see new faces.
Yeah, it was really nice chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice for you to come on.
All right. Well, stay safe. You know.
Oh, you don't have to go. I just don't see
Oh,
any more questions here. I
Yeah.
don't know. And I do want to wrap it up at 10. Usually I try
okay.
to get off at around 10. Um, but do you feed? Do you feed?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do. But feeding was so much of a cardinal sin, so to speak, on our island.
Okay.
And like it's because of looking at you guys like Bob and all you guys, I really figured out, okay, well, I can get more out of the bees by
It's
feeding them in
okay.
the dirt. And that's how I really grew my operation, because when there is nothing coming in, I can keep the bees going and split them right on time, and you
Yeah.
know have them the right
Yeah.
size, so you make more honey because the bees, they're constantly progressing. Because if we wait for the natural flows, then we only catch the back end of the honey flow, because the
Right.
bees are
Right.
using that first trickle to build up. So
Right.
if I start feeding them like a month and a half before the flow, like in March or February, late February, I start feeding them, then I can get them to the point where as soon as the flow hits, I'm harvesting honey and building 2 free supers.
Right. So you have the same challenges we have. Get them, feed
Hmm.
them to get them built up in time.
Yeah, we have the same thing. Like I practically learned, I put together my schedule together with Bob Beanie, because I think he has the similar flow to mine. And I asked him quite a bit of questions. I was always in his chat, like asking him, and Bob is a very good guy. He would come in and take time to answer my questions.
Eh,
So yeah, so he gave me that technique about the 4 frames of bees, 6 to 8 weeks before your flow, you'll be at the right size to
right.
maximize the
Right.
flow. So I do that every March. Every March, I make sure I have at least five, 5 to 6 frames of brood. If I have 7, the hive is too strong. I pull out and equalize. So because Bob's flow seems to be the same as ours. So when he's harvesting sourwood, we're harvesting savonette. So yeah, I I just mirror you guys,
Yeah.
and it works with a few tweaks here and there. But
Mm.
it's just surprising to see that how strong your hives come from out from the winter, and our bees are not that strong coming out from January and February. So I think it's because the fact that your bees don't fly in the winter, so you're not losing foragers. But our bees, they're flying in December and January, not
Uh,
getting much resources, so they're burning out. We lose a lot through heavy foraging, and that gives us a problem, because our numbers go down. The queen is not replacing the foragers as quickly as we're losing. So we have smaller clusters, we have smaller amounts of bees in March than you guys. So it takes a little
gotcha.
bit of work to build them up there. But if you get it right, you get it right. But most of the
Yeah,
time,
and every year you try to get a little better and a little better. Every year you
yeah,
just do
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Right.
Right.
my wife has this going joke that she knows why beekeepers live long, because everything is next year. So
We have some That's great. We have something to live for, right? We got to get to the next spring and the next fall. Yeah, that's
right.
true though. I wonder. That's something. So how
It's
do you
always
deal with the heat down there, Nathan? How do you deal with the heat?
boy with great difficulty. You yeah. So a lot of my hives are in direct sun. I like them in direct sun. It keeps them very calm. I have a few that are in shady places, but you just do as much as you can before 12 o'clock, like 12 in the afternoon, well, and take a break between 12 and 3, and then you go from like 3 to 6 or till you lose light. Your days, sometimes your summer days are way longer than ours. In terms of daylight. So by 6 or 7, we're pretty much in dark. Like the night has taken over. So so we just try and beekeep from before the sun is really at its peak, rest in the afternoon, and then go somewhere in the evening, go back in the yard. And lots of water. Lots of water. Like my truck has how many bottles of water. You drink water as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets very intense. That there was this once elderly gentleman was beekeeping with me, and he fell over through heat stroke. Just fell back, and we had to rush him to the hospital. So it gets really intense down here in it, and you have that heavy suit. So and another thing that we do too is I keep my bees. I keep very calm bees. So as long as I see it's kind of leaning towards the aggressive side, I change out the queens. So when it's extremely hot, I can just throw on a veil with a tight shirt. I always make sure the hands of the arm of the shirt is very tight so the bees don't get in and squish between. Yeah, tight shirts and veil, and I'm good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And because another thing too, like the older beekeepers on island, when I started beekeeping, they found it very difficult to share information, and I found that same thing with a lot of the YouTubers. They were saying that's the reason why, like Cayman was saying, I think I don't want to quote him wrong, but he was always frustrated with like people not helping younger beekeepers, and I was like, man, we have that same issue down here.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so difficult when I started. No one wanted to share information because it was like this dark art that nobody wanted to share. And so I came on YouTube, and then you come on YouTube and it's trying to decipher, like move through all the nonsense, all the noise. And from the time you just need to find one good beekeeper. Like you said, everybody's linked. So you find Dirt Rooster, then you find Mike Barry, you find Cayman, then you find Frederick Dunn.
Joey Rolls.
You find Mike Burns. You find Nature Image Farms. So. And actually, Brian and we are in the same class thing in University of Florida. I met him on a bee meet in the university that is Castle Hive, Brian. Brian from
Castle Hive, Brian. Yes, we know him. Yep.
Yeah.
Bee dial or bee right dial, queen right dial.
Yep.
With Bohemian. Jason. Yeah. Okay.
We're in the same. We often are on the same meet for the University of Florida when we have the Master Beekeepers meet. So yeah. But I want to, like, my wife and I, we're really interested in coming up for the expo, the North American Bee Expo. We're very interested in coming in, but we have to get a lot of things lined up. But one of the years we'll come up and meet everybody, just to say hi and see everybody that kind of helped me along. My journey all the. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we definitely coming. I think this year we're planning on going to England first, to the honey show in
Ooh.
England, either this year or next year. I think we're trying our best for this year, and after that we will really make an effort to come up to the States. To
Cool.
well, that's if the
Cool.
immigration allows it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
expos moved to the next week. The expo moved away from January 1st into the 7th, 8th, and 9th, I want to say. So that might make it a little easier for some folks to get up when they pulled it away from the New Year's holiday.
Oh, okay.
But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but I am very much in touch with everything that you guys are doing. Every one of you that have a YouTube channel, I'm looking.
cool,
Yeah,
cool. Well, we're thrilled
That
to
is
have you.
cool.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
thrilled to have you.
yeah. I look at everybody. Like it just comes on my thing because bees is all I look at. Like everything bees. So everybody that has a
Bees
bee,
all day.
yeah,
Everything bees.
you could have like 50 subscribers. It will show up on my algorithm because that's all I look at.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very interesting and just like being able to learn from and see guys, people that are interested in the same thing that you are.
Right.
It's really refreshing. You feel a connection, even like say for example, like what I was saying, DC's on. It seems every live that I'm on, DC's there. I haven't seen him. I don't know who he is, if it's even if it's a he or her, but and he always saying hello. So
Yeah. Yeah, you'll
there,
find some obscure video and you'll be like, you're watching the obscure video and you click on comments and there DC was already there commenting, already
yeah,
there and gone. You know, you see his tracks.
yeah,
So he's
Yeah.
the fast one.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're
So
looking forward to meeting him. Hopefully he's way up in, Washington there, so hopefully he'll be able to come on down and, make himself known there a little bit. So that'd be great.
yeah, he's somebody I would like to meet too because we keep crossing paths on all those lives,
Yeah.
and I have no idea who he is. So it'd be
Right.
nice, very cool. They have those people that I meet from like Switzerland, places like Switzerland, under the chat, all
Yeah.
kind of people all around the world, and you just connected through that little bug. That. It's
Yes,
really amazing.
we love those bees in a box, as Greg
Yeah,
says.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
bees in a
yeah.
box.
Really amazing.
Bugs in a box, I think he says.
Yeah.
I was thinking about somebody else too. We had a New Zealander come on one of the chats a little while ago.
Oh,
So that was cool too. But yeah, we love to hear from
Yeah.
other. We speak the same language,
yeah,
as
definitely,
beekeepers, we have the same language. And no
definitely.
matter what language you speak, we have
Yeah,
our own language and we understand it.
absolutely. Even the
Right.
guys from Australia, what was his name? But he haven't posted videos in a little bit. The
Yeah.
elderly gentleman. What was his
Shoot.
name?
Oh, the guy that invented wait, is it the guy that invented the blue bee is that Australia?
The entrance.
No,
Yeah,
not
the
that.
the
Not
no?
he's the older one. He's very funny. His son was the photographer for like his cameraman. He made that
Yeah.
he used that
Bush
bush
bee
big
man.
man. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. Yes, good
Yeah.
job,
Crispy
Don.
man.
I'll see
yeah,
Mike.
yeah,
Okay.
How's
Yeah,
he,
I
Mike?
haven't seen him in a while.
yeah.
You're right.
His last video was like 6 months ago. I even went under
Oh,
there and asked him, like say something, send up a flare or
yeah.
something. Let us know that you're okay. Yeah, so I haven't seen him in a while, but I look at him. It have another one that I look at too in same Australia. It have the ones that do the stingless bees, native Australian
Mm,
stingless bees. I look at
Right.
that too. Yeah, we don't. We have stingless bees, but very rare. But it just
yeah.
just another art form, the same thing, but a different part of the same
Mm,
thing. I look at it too, just to see how a different way of keeping bees. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it's interesting to just to see all the different people that just find an interest in those little bugs, and we all can connect one way or the other. Like I could
Right.
leave. I leave my island, Dominican. I go in the neighboring island, and I don't know not one person there. But because
Okay.
I go over there and I meet another beekeeper, the person takes care of you, like take you to all the shops, all the apiaries.
Yeah.
Bring you back at the
We're all
airport.
friends.
Yeah, any beekeeper on the other islands can just call me. Hey, I'm coming to your island. I'll pick them up from the airport or pick them up from the ferry, take them around the island, bring them back on. You just for bees, like just have that connection. So it's really
Yeah.
nice
That
and
is
to
so
see.
cool.
Yeah, I keep saying I don't know another animal or another type of thing that keep people that connected. Maybe you guys can correct me, but I don't know of another one.
No.
Um,
Yeah.
Chicken people? Not really.
no,
Chicken
No.
people, cow people? No, not really. No. You're right.
I,
I
I
mean, I don't know.
I cannot think of another one. You maybe say dog people, but no, they do competitions, but I cannot think of
Yeah.
Yeah.
another.
Good point.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Here's
you're
you,
what
right.
I'm doing tomorrow.
What is we can't
a
Oh, is
removal.
that your tree? Your bee in a tree? Oh, all
Yep.
right. Good luck.
And the comb's still in good shape.
All right. So how do you get them to upscore? You do that thing with the honey bandit?
I'll bring my chainsaw and I'll cut that branch and pull that whole comb out. And then
Oh,
I'll
okay.
cut out the comb and hopefully I can rubber band it into a frame.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, how I take them out from the tree is like I tap a hole with a spade bit down at the bottom of the nest, and I spray honey bandit in there, and then give them some smoke, and everybody comes out.
There's the picture
Oh.
of the tree falling down.
Oh, it's down.
They're in
Okay.
that hole.
Oh, okay,
Right,
okay.
right there in that hole.
Oh, so that's already on the
But,
ground. So you're
yeah,
you're
yeah,
really
Yeah,
you'll get to stay on the ground. Nice.
yeah.
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 I'll
And
just
another
cut
thing,
that log in half basically and then
oh, yeah,
get to
split.
them.
Yeah. And I see you guys have a lot of bees in in houses and stuff. That we
Mm-hmm.
don't have that. We have so
Hmm.
many like wild areas and cliffs, and our bees will do a lot of open air colonies on the cliffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have rocky places. They'll do you will see them like they make the comb on the rocks and they're there, but we don't get bees in houses like you guys. Because they just have so many places that they could go away from people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They don't have to go in the houses.
Nah,
And it
no.
doesn't get cold like up here we have winter coming, so they're gonna want to go into warmth, but down there you're able to, they don't look for that warmth, I guess. They just look
No.
for some sort of protection or create their own protection.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of wild colonies. Like, yeah, you just look up at the cliffs and you just see wild colonies all
Wow.
about. You lose
Do
a
you ever
slum.
go get them? Do you ever go and like maybe get a queen or get some brood, or do you ever tap into that resource?
Well, when I started, because in 2019, I decided to leave my 9 to 5 and do beekeeping full time. And I needed
Oh,
to build up. So I started doing that. That's when I started looking at the rooster and the guys like that. So I did that, but I found that they never did well. Because of the comb. The comb was always damaged, or
uh-huh. Okay.
a lot of drone comb, and
Right.
you sometimes you don't get the queen because the queen goes back in the rocks, and then
Mm-hmm.
you vacuum all the bees, they bounce around in the vacuum, and then you're asking them to give you a good queen. You know that kind of contributes. So
Mm,
I never found that they would make me a lot of money. And it's just the fact that it's so dangerous to do. We still like you
yeah.
climbing. We don't have all the fancy gears that you guys have, with harness and so on.
Yeah.
You just take a ladder and you're hanging up there with
Mm.
some stupid piece of rope. I was like, nah. As soon as I
And your
was
wife's
able to,
yelling
I
at
was
you the
like,
whole
nah,
time.
I'm done with that. Well, thankfully, thankfully we didn't marry at that time yet. So but that's a headache I wouldn't give her anymore. No, definitely not. Yeah, I just found that I just decided to do it out of like a calculated risk, so to speak, like out of
Yeah,
necessity.
yeah,
um
yeah,
you know funds kind of low, the resources low, the bigger beekeepers, they don't really want to sell you hives, so you're kind of trying to make things happen. But
mm,
like afterwards, I bought like 8 hives. And bees are very expensive on our island because the
yeah.
equipment has to come from far, and so I bought 8 hives and I just started splitting like crazy, like just looking at Cayman and the guys and just learning as much as I can, and just started splitting, growing them and splitting them and growing and splitting. And that as soon as I had like 20 hives, I was like, no more cliff for me.
Yeah, right. You were able to make it
Right.
work from there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But it's really dangerous. Like the mountains, they just if you fall, is either like you cripple or you're dead. So
yeah.
like you do it if you have to, but not for fun. No, you don't do that for fun. So yeah, so I stopped that as soon as I could. But I do appreciate them being there because that's where you get the good drone genetics.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
surviving open air with all the mites, fighting robin, fighting the weather all on their own. And every year they're getting bigger and bigger. Those combs get so big. That's like 3 feet comb, all
Mm.
stacked side by side, and those, when you get the drone genetics from them, that's good enough for me. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I've
Yeah.
never seen an open air colony, let alone like, a healthy, a strong, big, healthy open air colony. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
man, those things get huge. Like we've had colonies there. So there was this one, and like for years, it have this older beekeeper that told me that since he was young, and he's in his 60s, and he told me since he was a young boy, he know that colony has been in that area. It could have died and come back because a lot of the times, if the bees are in a place, that's just a prime spot. Even though they die out, another colony comes, it builds right there. But that hive has been in such a difficult position up in the cliffs that no one dared go for it, go and get it. And we finally gathered our gears, and during COVID, actually, when everybody was under lockdown, we were under lockdown too. But maybe I am found a way to get out.
You had to go, you had to get out. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't as, to be honest, it wasn't as strict for us as most of the world because, like we have just a lot of forest and things, so you could just leave home and go to the forest. Yeah, but
Yeah.
so during that time when it had like very few people about, we went up there and we took that, man. That I really thought I wouldn't make it back home after that one. And we did, we took it like we had buckets of comb with honey in there and so on. And the box, like we had to like sling the box down with like on makeshift pulleys,
Yeah.
sling it down the cliffs onto the road, and boy, that was scary. And
Wow. Did they
uh,
build back? Did they build it back?
yeah,
Is the
they
colony?
yeah, you after a year or two, you see them slowly chipping up again, and a lot of the times on the cliff, like the bees, they start in like a little hole in the rock, and then they build so much that they end up on the surface of the rock. So from the time that you start smoking, the queen runs back
Yeah.
in that little hole, so you never really get the queen. Yeah, but you get some honey that I bet that honey was about the 50-year-old honey. Because like right in the back, and like we get that, it's so dark, it's almost like molasses. Like it has nothing, no
Oh.
taste of, no floral taste anymore. It's just molasses, sweet molasses that there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that queen in my tree, she won't have a place to run to. So
Yeah.
I'll cage her, put her in a box, and then all the bees will go right into the box.
Yeah. Yeah, that's much easier than hanging on a ladder with, a vacuum. Man, it was just
Right.
too dangerous, like, so as soon as I got the opportunity to stop doing it, I did. And then
Yeah.
just learning more about bee biology and the importance of having the diversity in drones, and the importance of the survivor stock on the cliff, all that, you just learn to
Hmm.
appreciate it for what it is. And I just started splitting my own bees and build up my numbers like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we loved having you. We hope to see you more often on the ones where you can get in. But
Yeah.
we're clocking at 3 hours here for this
Oh,
chat.
wow.
It's quarter after 10. Yeah. So I had
We're
earlier
good.
today. I had a talk. I did a 2 hour talk at a retirement facility. So I'm pretty focused out right now. So but tomorrow night is who's on Wednesdays? Oh,
Green team.
Thank
Greg
you.
Burns.
Yeah.
Greg Burns. The yeah, those guys.
Yeah,
They're on
he's on.
tomorrow. And then Thursday night, I guess Ricky. Oh, so the big news: Ricky sold his company, Horizontal
Yeah.
Hive,
Oh, wow.
Yep.
but he's still gonna do the Thursday night chats. I mean, he's still a beekeeper, right? Like us.
Right.
So I mean, so he's Thursday, and then back around to Charlie Friday night, Sawmill Charlie, Joey on Saturday, Hannah and Gunline on Sunday, and then bees all day on Monday. So
Then
that's
that's
the
on
lineup, the
Tuesdays.
weekly lineup.
All right.
Oh, that
But
reminds me. Next Tuesday, I will not be on. I'll be out of
oh,
town.
so I need
Well,
another I need
I might.
another co-host.
I'll be down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Maybe I can get on.
Oh, we'll figure that out. All
Yeah.
right, if not, I'm looking for a spare host on next Tuesday.
Yeah. I'll let you know, Nancy. All right.
Oh,
Night,
Dr.
everyone.
Leo.
All right.
Oh, Dr. Leo Borberg. Wow. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks for coming. All right. We are done.